Hello there. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a new video, but I've got a new one for you. A new news event. This would be great for discussion with your classmates, with your friends, or maybe just even for some self study. So, what is my first clue today? This scary image. Does a particular song or movie theme come to mind? Because it certainly does for me. Yes, we're talking about sharks today. Are you afraid of sharks? I'm not, but I've also never really had much interaction with them other than at an aquarium. So, and I've also never really lived in a coastal area where it's a problem. But anyway, let's get to it. So, a few points to open up your minds to the topic of sharks. First question: what parts of a shark do you know? This meaning body parts. Also, maybe even what body parts of other animals do you know? There's a follow up question. But with the body parts of the shark, did you mention any of these? Teeth. That's the scary part of any shark. We all know that. The head, the tail. Fins. What are fins? Fins are the part of the animal that help it to swim or to navigate through the water. Snout. That's basically, let's say, the nose. Pigs also have a snout. Gills. Gills are located on the side of the shark or any other swimming creature. And they are, let's see, they're behind the head. And these are the vertical openings that open and close. And these are basically what allow the animal to breathe. But a few other questions. What shark facts do you know? Where do they live? What oceans do they live in? Do they live in the sea? Are they only saltwater? Are there freshwater sharks? Also, what do they eat? Specifically, I don't know. Do they eat Big Macs? Do they eat nuggets? Probably not. Oh, of course, I know they don't. But do you know what the diet of sharks are? Now, before we get to the article, there's some good vocabulary that I think is worth mentioning. So let's look at what these are. Couldn't believe their eyes. It turned out to be hauled, or to haul is the infinitive, ended up, to end up, sheer luck, and reeled in, to reel in. Notice there are two great phrasal verbs there. But what do these mean? Well, let's see. Couldn't believe their eyes is something you could say if you're completely surprised, completely shocked, that you just can't believe what's happening in front of you. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the new car. I would definitely be surprised by that. However, I don't have any car, so I would say I couldn't believe my eyes when, well, I was given any car, but I used public transportation. It turned out to be, we talk about the result of something. It's either a positive or negative result that doesn't change the meaning. I thought the party would be boring. It turned out to be great. Or flip that idea. I thought the party would be great. It turned out to be just really boring. Hauled, to haul, that's pulling, or more rather carrying something that's heavy. There is an implication of weight when you use the word haul. You really wouldn't use it in a context where something is lightweight or small. We had to haul our big TV across the street. Ended up, to end up. This is basically the same as turned out to be. We're again talking about the result of something. The movie was really funny. We ended up laughing the whole time. And note the grammar here. If we use end up with an additional verb after it, This verb needs to be in the gerund form, so that's our ing form. Sheer luck. In my mind, this is stronger than regular luck. This is like just completely by chance, absolutely unplanned. They met George Clooney by sheer luck because he was just sitting at the next table in the restaurant. Reeled in, to reel in. This is a most often used in a context of fishing, which is relevant for this context you're about to hear. This is when you have a fishing rod, which is the stick you use to go fishing with. And then there's the line, which is what goes out into the water. At the end of the line is a hook. So when you have hooked a fish on your line, you reel it in. So you're pulling in this fish. Nina reeled in a huge fish yesterday. So let's move on. As you listen to this news article, some things to make connections with, some numbers and words. So Greenland, how will you hear that in this article? What's it a reference to? 500. Blue eyes, 100. 1/3. That's how you would read that. That's a fraction, so 1/3. 7,000 and Belize. So I would say go ahead and take a guess what you think this will be about. Do you have some good ideas? Well, maybe you're right. And let's listen for these words. Researchers tagging tiger sharks off the southern coast of Belize couldn't believe their eyes when they recently reeled in a different kind of fish. It turned out to be a Greenland shark, which is typically found in the Arctic and can live to be over 500 years old. The team of scientists thought the shark was dead when they finally hauled it to the surface. Unlike the tiger sharks they were after, this particular shark had black, worn-looking skin and pale blue eyes. Devanshi Kasana, a PhD candidate at the Florida International University Predator Ecology and Conservation Lab, said the shark looked really, really old. It was just surprising and confusing, she said. As soon as it entered our field of vision, we saw a black figure that was getting bigger and bigger. When it came to the surface, none of the crew, with all of their combined fishing experience, had seen anything like that. Kasana and colleagues published an article on the capture in the journal Marine Biology in July. Kasana said the discovery is especially exciting because it suggests that these sharks, which were thought mainly to exist in the Arctic, can be found in the tropics as well. Greenland sharks can likely live to be more than 500 years old. Scientists have more questions than answers when it comes to the Greenland shark. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, these sharks are the longest living vertebrates on the planet, living possibly more than 500 years. And that's just an estimate because there's no definite way of determining their age. The reason they live to be so old may have something to do with their speed of life, which is slow, very, very slow. Greenland sharks grow approximately 1/3 of an inch per year and can grow to more than 20 feet in length. And researchers believe the sharks don't reach sexual maturity until sometime after the first 100 years of their life. According to Kasana, some scientists have theorized that the Greenland shark can be found across the globe, if one knows where to look. They love cold water, which is why they're found in the Arctic. However, they've also been discovered as far south as off the coast of Georgia, thousands of feet beneath the ocean surface. The theory is that the closer the sharks are to the equator, the deeper researchers have to go to find them. And they go deep, over 7,000 feet down, according to NOAA. The catch was unexpected. Kasana said their catch was strictly accidental. On April 22nd, she and her team were working with members of the Belizean shark fishing community and the Belize Fisheries Department to set lines along Glover's Reef, located about 30 miles off the coast. The waters of the reef can be as shallow as 25 feet, but steep drop-offs can reach more than 2,000 feet down. It slopes suddenly, and the depth goes really deep, really fast, Kasana said. We believe the line dragged from a much shallower depth to the drop-off, which is why we ended up catching this individual. A report of the encounter published on July 15th claims this was the first Greenland shark to be discovered in the Western Caribbean. Knowing how rare the experience was, Kasana said her team discussed buying a lottery ticket should they ever come across another one. If we were to catch another individual, it would be sheer luck. We don't set our lines in a way that targets Greenland sharks, Kasana said. When they reeled in the shark, it looked extremely old, she explained. And though they briefly considered tagging it, they didn't want to incidentally hurt or kill the shark in the name of science. Instead, Kasana and her team measured the shark, took photos and notes, and sent it on its way. So there's the story of the shark. So what is the title of this article? This comes from NPR, which is National Public Radio, and the title is "A Greenland Shark, one of the longest living animals on Earth, was caught near Belize." So were you able to match these words and numbers to the article? If not, you can always go back and listen again. But here's another task. What is it? Let's maybe go a little deeper with some questions. Why can these sharks live so long? Where have they been found? What did they do with the shark? How can scientists determine accurate age of these sharks? And last one, these sharks love blank water. Did you get the answers? I hope so. If not, listen again. Why not? It's fun. It's sharks. Sharks are cool. And they got big teeth. And maybe if you're interested in a little bit of a discussion, or give yourself a writing task if you're alone. Are you afraid of sharks? Explain why you are or why you're not. What is the future of sharks like this? Why is animal research important? What about the animal world is the most interesting to you? And do you think you could swim with sharks? Why or why not? And if you are feeling very creative today, super energetic, and you'd like some more work to do, there's that big scary shark there. So how about building a mega shark? What mega shark means? Well, you can define that in your own way, but some things to consider when you're constructing your super mega shark. What parts will your shark have? Will it have the regular shark body parts? Maybe body parts from other animals that sharks don't usually have? What does it eat? What's the diet of your mega shark? Maybe it eats McNuggets. What is the habitat of your shark? Where does it live? What are the super fighting skills of the shark? Or how can it defend itself or even attack? If you watch a lot of Marvel Universe, maybe you can incorporate a superpower into your mega shark. And does your mega shark have any enemies? Does it have any predators? Maybe not. Maybe it's the king of the sea, the king of the world. This is an opportunity for you to be as creative as you want to be. All right, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to be back soon with more interesting information and fun English. All right, that's all for now. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.